Hi, I'm Cameron with Spartan Tool. I'm here to display the smart card system on model 2001. We get asked all the time what the difference between a 1065 and a model 2001 is. This is it. So this machine can be taken apart and taken down into a basement or up a set of stairs in 2 trips instead of 1 trip. First thing we need to do is take the drum off of the machine. So the cover pops right off. It's held on by 2 little tabs right on the edge of the motor. We'll simply set this aside. Then we need to get this belt off. It's spring loaded, so you simply push down on the frame there, and you can pop that belt off. This whole assembly flips up and out of the way. Now we have direct access to this belt and the drum. The next thing we need to do is loosen up 2 swing bolt assemblies there. Use a pair of camera locks to do. Then we need to get the cable through the power feed. The machine comes with a hook here that'll let you hook onto that cable and push it through. You can also, if you don't have the hook, simply grab onto the cable and push it through the power feed from the side. So you either push it here, or you can use the hook onto the end of the cable, and then push it through that. We need 1 inch or less of exposed cable coming out the front of the drum. 2 swing bolts down. We can grab onto our drum using the belt. We're going to pivot the drum forward till it falls off of the back shaft. Use the belt as leverage to roll that drum off of the machine. Roll it out of the way. Tilt the drum back. You can pull the belt off. Tilt the belt around the drum, and that will stop it from rolling in any direction. If it rolls, it'll simply roll into that belt. At this point, we flip our motor back down and take this wherever we need to go. So upstairs, downstairs, and then once we have this in position, we can take the dolly, the smart cart, off the back of the machine. So it's held on by this red handle right here. We pull this handle out and gently pull up, and the dolly will come directly off that frame. You can see the shaft that was going inside the center of the frame there. Now, we want to grab our drum and bring this drum to our machine. We'll simply pull the dolly to the side, position it right behind the drum, and then flip that assembly up. If it's a little off to the side, you might have to adjust it. And then it has a pin on the top here which locks into the center of what was going inside that machine. And that gives us a larger shaft there to slide into the back of that 2001 drum. Once you have it on the drum, simply tilt it back, rotate the drum for a second. That'll slide it all the way back on that shaft. And then there is a pin, which if you place one of these holes facing straight up, when you put this pin through, it'll actually lock all the way into that shaft there, so that this drum cannot rotate and cannot be moved. Then we can wheel this upstairs, downstairs. Don't forget your belts, wherever you need to go. So simply put this to the side of the machine, grab your belt. First thing I want you to do is throw that around that frame. That way it's underneath the frame there. Then we'll pull this pin. Slide your dolly out from the 2001 drum. Dolly has a kickstand, so you can set it to the side so you're done with that job and take that drum down separately first. And we'll come back to the machine here. Grab that belt one more time, grab your motor assembly, flip that up out of the way. And I like to use the belt as a leverage to get around this drum. And it lets me grab onto that drum and rotate that drum on. Once you have the drum on the frame, you'll have to position yourself to lift up the drum and then lift and place that drum on the shaft. Once you have it on the shaft, simply slide it all the way back. Pop your 2 swing bolt assemblies. Lightly snug these down, they do not have to be over tightened. Flip the motor assembly over. And then we're going to put the belt back onto the pulley from the motor. easy way is to simply get it on the pulley here, get it on the back of the drum on one side. On the other side, you'll see that that belt isn't quite on the drum, but it's all the way in the back. Then we'll push down on this and pull that belt over. As soon as we start this machine up, that belt will self-center itself right around that drum, and we're ready to go. The next thing we need to do is get our cable through the power feed. This is much easier using the tool that it comes with. So on the front of this cable, there's some pinholes, and there's little couplings. Simply grab into that cable, into those holes in those coupling slots. And then we're just going to pull this through the power feed till it's up front, and we're ready to attach our blades, attach our end. So then, once we're ready to do our job, put our motor cover back up. Keep that motor protected and covered. And then the dolly, it's easy to install. So pull that pin, that will flip back down. Push your kickstand in so it's out of the way. Go to the back machine here. Always line up the bottom spots first, right at the frame. So it slides in nice and easy. Pivot this up, and then simply push that in place, and then just pull this lever down and push the red piece down until it locks in place.